All right, so on the topic of the site recovery, the Google algorithm recovery test that we're doing, this is going to be the video where we're going to go ahead and get our brand voice set up. Now, I already had explained in video one that we're going to be using Reword because I've been using a lot of different AI tools over the last few years, probably 4 years, using AI writers. And this one is unique in today's market where you're going to be spending a lot more time creating the content, but it's going back to the way that we used to create content years ago before AI and ChatGPT and just these one-click article writers. So we're going to be putting more effort in. We're going to be doing more research and so forth. I'm going to come up with some unique methods to really try to get the highest quality, informative content out there. And so in order to do that, we're going to be using Reword. I will leave a link to Reword below. You can actually go and get a 30-day free trial using only the link below. We're going to come through here and you can see we've already been using Learn. We had LearnWire on here and I've got content ranking and so forth using this. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go and show you how this works. So I've already set up realistic pay. You can go and set up new projects. So this is actually a new project inside of here. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we went over here to actually voices. So we haven't trained our voice yet. And so what I'm going to show you is when we come back over here into Google Docs, I'm going to show you, it says realistic pay brand voice document, right? So I've got some content in here that is really good that I wrote on the site. Now I already unpublished all this content. We published 100% of the content on the site, right? In order to have a true test of, whether we're going to recover or not. And so basically, this is just some good content. And then I also, at the very end, also put a backstory. I basically put, here's my Make Money Online story, voice, and the way that I write and so forth. So all this stuff right over here. And then we finally come over here and I say, I write in first person and use informal, casual, friendly tone of voice. I talk to you as if you're my best friend and I'm teaching how to make money online. Okay, so this is my brand right over here. So I'm going to go and we're going to do a file and we're going to do a export download, and we're going to download this as a PDF document. You'll see it downloads over there. We're going to go back into Reword. I'm going to say manage training, and I'm going to go and add a PDF right over here. And you can see right over here, realistic brand voice right there, and open. So now we're opening up the realistic brand voice document. You can also use a URL as well, but in our case, we don't have any content on our URL because we removed it all. And most of it was AI generated, so we didn't really have a true brand voice. And so we're going to go like that. And we're going to say start training. So we have one document. It's 2,369 words, and it's going to go and train real quick for us. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we will write our first article in just a minute. When this is done, it'll take about 5 minutes or so. Then we'll be able to go and write our first article. Now we're going to go back in here to our content plan and we can go and rewrite the article right over here. And right now I don't really want to go with, I really want to just do one topical map at a time. So I'm going to go in and just say, we want to talk about online course creation right here. So I'm going to go ahead and filter these out right here. And then I'm going to take these topics right here because you can see that these cut off right here with those dots because we were using AI. So we'll come back in here, we'll go into Claude, and then I'm just going to go ahead and paste these in. And then I'm going to go ahead and say extract the title from the URL from these articles. And then I'm going to say keep them in exact order. Okay, I'm going to push enter. We'll see what Claude can do for us real quick while our Reword AI is training for us. And here you go. So how to offer certificates. Okay, so we are getting the 3 dots on these as well. So how to offer certificates of completion in your online. So let's see right over here. In your online course. Okay, we're just going to have to do this a little bit different because these are also getting cut off as well. And the only way that I have the original is by going over and finding it in my original document over here. And it's basically completion. It's in your online course. So this one's just going to be in your online course. That's the first one we're going to write. I'll have to figure out a better process for streamlining this. And we're going to be rewriting a lot of these titles and trying to make them our own. We can use AI. We can maybe copy this, come back over here and just say, rewrite this article title to be more engaging and get more clicks when it ranks on Google. And here's the title, boom, we'll put that in. And here's a few suggestions. So it just gave us a bunch of stuff. And then I'm just going to say, which one do you like best? I like to, it's funny, asking an AI software a subjective question, but they like the 7th option best. So it gives you all the different reasons, but why certificates of completion are a game changer, for your online business. So that's great. So see how we just did all that work right there. And then we're coming back over here and we're literally, that's the title, but here's our article, the title that we're going to go with. So new title, I'm going to put that right there. Let's just say that this is I'm going to have to fix these ones right over here. So I'm just going to remove this column right here. So we have our new title right over here, and I'm just going to say published. If we actually publish that, then we'll put an X right there. Okay, so here is our first title that we will be writing. Let's go back to Reword and see if the training is done. I'm going to go and push the refresh button up here, and it says that it's trained. So we have our brand voice realistic pace. So now let's go and create our new first draft. We have all kinds of different stuff where you need to connect to our search console. I'm not going to do that right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to say, what is your article's objective? Some different things that we're going to be doing when we write this article. Now we can just go through this right here. We can say be descriptive, the more detailed your objective. So here's what we're going to do is we're going to actually come over here. We're going to say, we're going to go to perplexity. I'm going to go with new thread. We're going to turn pro on and we're going to say, okay, so you can pause the screen and I'm just going to read what I wrote right here. And I'm going to go ahead and push enter. It's going to go out there and research for us right here. It's going to ask us, find the importance of certificates of completion. We've got find the benefits of certificates of completion, find the impact of certificates of completion. And okay, so it did do the pro search. It is going to answer all this right here for us. Motivation and engagement, that's great. Credibility. And then we have confidence boost. So we're going to have all this really good information. I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. I already know how to use Reword, so we're going to be prepping this for us as well. So what we can do is we can also go, and I'm going to go ahead and just also push the plus on that. So we have as much content as we can. I'm going to go and open up a new Microsoft Word document over here. And we're just going to open that up. And what I'll do is I'll just put the title over here, and then I'll just say information, something like that. And we'll come back in to Perplexity. And you guys haven't really seen me use Perplexity. I've been using it to use for some of my other faceless YouTube channels and to write scripts and so forth. So it's been really cool. I jumped on the bandwagon using Perplexity way after everybody else has been using it. So it's nothing new. Probably won't even make a video about it or a formal video. If you guys want me to, drop it in the comments and say Perplexity, and then I'll go ahead and do a full kind of tutorial or Perplexity review, but not really planning on doing that right now. All right, so I have all this information right over here, and then I'm going to say comprehensive article outline covering this entire topic. And let's see, I haven't ever tried this before, so let's see if Perplexity does this for us. It's going to work. But if it's not able to, then we'll just take all this information, we'll feed it into Claude and have it write its own outline. That might actually even be the best way to do it. But based on the provided sources, here's a comprehensive article outline on the topic, why certificates, blah, blah, blah. So here is the outline that it gave us, which is super, super cool. And we're going to use that to our advantage here soon. But for now, what we're going to do is scroll all the way back to the top, and we're going to scroll down until it's done answering that first set of information, which is right here, the copy the clipboard, and we'll come back in and we'll just paste this in right here. Okay. And we have the sources in there as well. I'm going to just go ahead and leave them. And then we'll come back into Perplexity right over here. And then we'll come back down to the second part where it answered the question for us as well. And then what I'm going to do is just go and copy this clipboard to clipboard and paste that in right there. So now we have all this information and we have 100 words of well-researched by Perplexity information. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go File, and we're going to, so here's already, just pause for a second. Let's talk about this. All the efforts that I'm putting into this already are far more effort and time than I put into all these other one-click article writers, right? Where you just put a topic in and you push enter and then it writes the article and then we put it up on the website. And then for the last 2 years, the content ranked, right? And that's what the problem is that we weren't checking facts. We weren't using a separate tool that's gathering only facts and citations and going out and actually doing the research, right? Now, of course, tools like Perplexity using AI is saving us hours of research that we it would take us hours to do this manually. So we're able to do this in a matter of minutes. But still, even still, with that said, the steps that we're taking right now is still more steps than most people are using, which is still using one-click article creators is just not going to get the job done, in my opinion. All right, so we're moving on. We're going to go to download, and we're going to go to always downloading PDF for use of Reword, okay? So we're going to come back in right over here. I'm just going to say, what is your article's objective? Start writing your objective here. I'm going to go back in here and get some help from this. And I'm going to say, can you write what the main objective for my article title would be? To help out a reader on Google that is researching this topic. So I'm going to just ask Perplexity to see if it can do it for me. I'm going to turn Pro off. We don't need Pro anymore on that. So the main objective for an article titled "Why is blah, blah, blah" would be to educate and inform readers particularly. So it just gave us the entire thing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just grab this. I'm going to copy it. We're going to go back into Reword because it's asking us for this. I'm going to paste that in right here. So we have this entire objective right there. Continue to search intents right there. What search intents matter to you? So why offer certificates of completion benefits? So it already added these, but I'm going to go and say, here's another thing that I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to copy these. I'm going to go back into Perplexity. I'm going to say, other than these search intents, which others would you add? Give me 3 more. And I need to put them in though. I accidentally, let's see if we can. Okay, we have these right here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. It went ahead and just did it. Actually, I'm going to go like this and say, here was the search intents I currently have. Give me 3 more. Okay, so we're going to try again. So all this time that we're spending on just one article, but we're really going to try to really give the user what they want, really be the best article on the internet for this, right? So maybe we want to go with this right here, go back into Reword and add a search intent and go back in over here, design and branding of certificates. We're going to go right there and go back into Reword and we're going to add that one in and then we'll add one more right over here. Issuing and verifying. Great. And so Reword only allows you up to 5. So we'll go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pretty cool. And then we will go with continue to research. Live research, manual research. I'm going to go with usually so far the articles that I've written, we've done live research. But in this case, I think I want to go with manual research and see what that does. We'll see if manual research, because we already know that we're going to be using our PDF document that we got all of our research from Perplexity anyways. So we have all this over here. Here's the research. What facts should I use right over here? And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back over here to training material. And here's all these sources right over here. But what I want to do is I want to remove these sources for now. So we're going to remove. And so I'm not really sure what the manual does because it's definitely going out there and adding all these sources. But for this particular case, we're going to add a PDF. And here's our PDF right there. We'll open that up. Why certificates of completion, and we have all these. Okay, so there's more that came in, so I'm going to go ahead and remove all these because, oh wait, so when you add the PDF, it's going to automatically grab URLs that it's finding, I believe. Okay, so here we go. So there is the PDF right there. We removed it. Okay, so we have our PDF is uploaded, and then we're going to go, why certificates of completion can skyrocket your online success, the key benefits, okay? I'm going to go back over here and grab our actual article outline now. And I'm going to go paste it in right now. And I'm not going to make you sit through this, but what we'll do is we will remove this introduction right here. And then what we'll do is we'll highlight that and we will continue writing this section right here. So then now it's going to go out there and start writing for us based on all the information we have on the PDF, based on what's currently on the outline as well. And then we'll come up here and we'll shape this up like that. Okay, so we have our introduction and then we have benefits for learners. So what we would do, I'll just show you this one last section. So this part right here is obviously going to be an H2, and then motivation and engagement. I'm going to go ahead and push return right there. I'm going to highlight the rest of this, bring it back down, come down here and remove things like this. This article provides, right? We want to get rid of that. What I want to do is just go grab this right here. I'm going to copy this and we're going to do some markdown. Control A, delete, paste. And we've got our markdown right here. We'll come in here, control copy that, come back into Reword. So you can see it's taking some setup, but I believe we're going to end up getting the best results by doing this. We're going to leave those citations in there. We're going to come back in here, paste this in, and now we have our markdown. I'm going to go ahead and go through all this and keep writing, and then I'm going to go and publish this. We'll have our first article published. I'm not going to make you sit through this, but you can see we can come back over here to research all these different things that we can add to our article. We already got a very robust article that I'm going to go and now write. This is probably going to take me 30 minutes to go through, use the AI, write this article and so forth. And I'm going to go and publish it. That's our first article. Link to Reword will be below. We're going to be using a lot of this. We're going to be discovering a lot of new things about it and using it in different ways, using it to its best ability and so forth. But what we're able to do is one last thing I forgot to turn on right here is you go up here to the co-writer and you go to voice, my first voice. Let's see, we should be able to put on our voice of realistic. Oh, that is it. So it's already automatically defaulted. The voice is my first voice, but that's actually the realistic pay voice. So we have it trained to our voice right over here. Okay. So thanks for joining me. Link to Reword below, 30-day free trial. And I'm going to keep creating this content and we're going to be publishing it and we're going to see what happens, guys. Can we get this indexed before the next update? And if we don't, when the next update does happen, we'll have all this content on our site and hopefully we get re-indexed because we have quality, researched, factually based content on our site. All right. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next video.